know. Anyway, I'm gonna do my nails now. Obviously, they're kind of ugh. Clean them, clean it up. I mean, I'm honestly, here's just to yap more, but I feel like because this is my YouTube channel, I have to tell you about myself. I'm honestly not someone who really cares for my nails. I never really have. Yeah, I feel like nails have always just been like an activity that I would do with my mom. I don't really care for my nails. I'm not like obsessed with the way they look, even though I think everyone else cares, and that's why I've started doing it, because all the girls in my work care about their nails. I mean, I've always been surrounded by people that care about their nails, and I've always kind of like done it for fun as an activity to hang out with people. But like generally my nails are not something that I care about doing. Like I would not do it in my free time. So, but now because everyone else cares and at my work they care, I'm like, it really doesn't take much for me to sit down and do them, and I kind of like it, I guess, let's be honest, I like it. I like not feeling insecure about them, and that's the real thing. I feel like my personal image and the way that I feel about my personal image and why I care about my personal image is not necessarily to do things to make myself seem like I'm fitting in, but rather I do things in order to feel less insecure. And I think, you know, sometimes I think that is the goal. I feel like one kind of like philosophical thing that I've been wrestling with kind of for some time is why I care about my appearance, because I feel that I am someone who doesn't really care that much about what people think of me, or at least I try to. That's something that I find a lot of safety in. Like, I don't think it's something that's necessarily true, because it's obviously not true. It's not true for anyone, but I'm someone who feels a lot more safe when I don't rely on other people's approval, positive or negative, or just like, I feel a lot safer when people's thoughts of me don't get to me. Even if they're positive, I feel safe, like being confident in myself as something that is derived from my own love of myself, right? And I feel that the only way I can foster love for myself is to be authentically myself and do everything that I do, everything that I wear, everything that I say to be something that I like. Like, I would like it if someone else said it, and I like it coming out of myself. I like it being a portrayal of myself, you know? So even if I lie, or even if I, you know, may act in a way that doesn't feel authentically like me, it's portraying myself in a way that I like myself. And that's authentic, right? Because I feel like, you know, there's this whole idea of like being fake, which I always struggled with because I never wanted to be someone that was fake, or wanted to surround myself with people that were fake. But at the same time, part of being human is to wear a mask and to not do everything that you want to do. You know, that's part of the social contract, you know, to give up some of your own, you know, natural rights in order to live with the collective, you know, and to benefit from the collective. So, at that point, rebelling against the collective and feeling like that you don't need to rely on the collective, and this kind of idea of like freedom and independence, which is so inherent in like the American identity, is a form of safety in a sense. Like it's almost like a rebel against the collective, or a rebel against the social contract is feeling more safe because the social contract itself is not safe. Because if you solely rely on the collective and other people, you're at their will. You're at the will of the collective. Either it's one person within the collective, or the collective as a whole turning their back on you and, you know, kind of exercising their will against you. So the only safety is kind of finding a balance between the two, right? So then it comes to the thing of like caring what people think of you versus not caring what people think about you. And of course we all have that to some extent, you know. We all care about certain things and care less about others, you know. Some people care more about their nails and how other people think, making sure that their nails look good because they like the art on their nails, but also because to some extent having your nails done also is perceived as, you know, you being put together. So this brings it all in, which is something that I've been wrestling with. Like, why do I care about the way that people perceive me? And the answer, I think, to that question, which I answered before, is that I do things that make myself feel like I won't be perceived negatively for them, you know? It's a mix between things that I like doing, you know, wearing things that I like, wearing things that I find pretty, while at the same time wearing things that I think are also acceptable, right? Because I find maybe like short dresses pretty, but I wouldn't wear them to work because I understand the, you know, social nature of an office workplace. So I won't wear that to work. But I will wear my funky pumps, my snakeskin pumps to work, which other people at work might think are weird, which they told me are weird. But I still like it, you know, because that is a weird shoe, but it fits within the context, you know? It fits within the context in the fact that it's a pump and it's a covered shoe and that it has a little heel and blah, 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 while at the same time being myself, being a little bit strange, being something that I find is pretty, but maybe other people don't find pretty. And it's the same with my nails. It's not that I care. I do care what my nails feel. I obviously care what my nails look like because of the fact that I'm painting them right now. But I don't care in the sense that I won't spend $30 to get gel nails because I know that I'll peel them off my fingers, just because that's the way that I am. So I have to find a middle ground, which is like, okay, I obviously care of what people think of my nails, but I'm not going to go and do the same things that other people do because it just doesn't fit with my lifestyle. It doesn't fit with the way that I am. So I am willing to spend an hour, you know, doing my nails once a week or twice a week in order to have this safety of knowing that people will think that I'm clean because I do my nails. People thinking that I take care of my appearance because I do my nails. That feels better, like knowing that people's perception of me being clean and put together as a representation on my fingers feels better than being insecure at work and being like, oh, I need to do my nails tonight, and then not doing it for a week and then being anxious about that one aspect of the way that I look. Because at the end of the day, like, we all care about the way people think about us, but it's a matter of like what can fit in our lifestyle and the way that we are, and what other people perceive as what you think people perceive as certain traits, right? So in the example of my nails, people perceive nails that are done to be clean and put together, and thus a marker that someone is, you know, rational, takes care of themselves, presents themselves well, in good mind, right? Like, it's just a reflection that you are a sane person and a rational person and someone who understands what people think. You're tapped into the collective. You care about what people think about you. It's all these signals, you know? But at the same time, I realized that doing gel nails and having art on my nails is not me, because I don't care about that to that extent, right? It's like a line, right? To here is like caring because you genuinely like the art on your nails and you like the action of it and all the things that come with it, versus the other end is like not caring at all, not doing your nails, biting your nails, like having ugly nails, and just like you don't care that nails are perceived as part of your cleanliness. And then there's the middle ground, which is like where I believe I stand. Like, I understand the spectrum, and I realize that I have to do the bare minimum to get the bare minimum of like, oh, okay, she's clean. So, bringing to my conclusion, I'm going to do my nails now. And I'm going to watch a video while I do my nails. And that's what I'm doing right now.